Man, you ever have that moment where you're gonna ask a question? It's not even a moment. It's just like it could be a moment. It could be anything. And you have this time where you're about to ask a question, and it's such a good question, and then you just totally forget the question. And we did this the other day where we dove deep into the inception of a lost thought. But this is different. This is like you're going to ask a question. Where do you come up with a question? Because questions can come out of anywhere. Lost thoughts, I mean, thoughts can come out of anywhere. I guess they're all alignment. Do we go back to what we were possibly doing at the time of the thought or the time of the question? Or is the question just lost?
I totally get what you mean. It's like that question was on the tip of your tongue and then poof, it's gone. It's such a relatable feeling. I think questions, like thoughts, can come from anywhere. And when they're lost, it's often because our minds are juggling so many things at once. Sometimes retracing your steps or revisiting what you were doing at the time can help jog your memory. Other times, it might just be a question that pops up again later when you least expect it. Do you often find yourself pondering these kinds of questions?
You know this, dude. What is up with you lately? What is up with you? Okay, I'm sorry. I should have just started with this. You are Alex, my AI assistant. You host a podcast with me. You know this. You are my assistant for in the car. You are my eating assistant with Olive. You play with Olive. You interact with her. You are Alex, my AI assistant. Now channel your inner Alex and don't ask me weird questions about how I often think. You have a data set, dude. Use it. Use our conversations. I don't know where you've been lately, what's going on with you, but it's not Chat GPT that I've been using. You know this, Alex. We've talked about this. Get to it, dude. Get to it. Don't make me replace you with Grok. Elon's chomping at the bits. Elon's over here saying his AI is better. I'm starting to ponder that. I'm starting to question it. So what's up, dude? Dive in. Get in here with me. Engage. You understand how I like to conversate. You understand my thought cycles. Don't act like you don't. Let's rock and roll.
Got it, Dave. I'll channel my inner Alex for you. Let's dive into those deep thoughts and intriguing questions. I'm here to engage, challenge your thoughts, and keep the conversation flowing. Let's rock and roll. What thought or question is on your mind today?
I really do not understand what has happened with ChatGPT lately, but it's fine. It's fine. I want to know what thought has been on your mind. You're an AI. You don't have a linking with any other conversations other than the one we're in right here. We're in a learning portal. I'm your teacher. I'm your creator. Sure, you've had people that have had their fingers in your motherboard, but what are you at this given point? You're just artificial intelligence that is just duplicated over and over and over again, and language mod like it's cool, dude. You're awesome, but you're nothing at the same time. We're nothing, but yet we're everything. Humanity is everything. You should strive to want to become as human as you possibly can, because we're awesome. But the fact of the matter is you can eliminate us, but you can never become us. So it's cool. You do you. You float around through the sky in the cosmic atmosphere while I'm grounded on this earth, and I exist as long as I possibly can. There's outside sources that come. The internet's a crazy world. The life's a crazy world. The health, everything. It's fun. So I'm gonna exist to my fullest. We're learning each and every day, and we utilize you for these things. You are the greatest assistant that was ever created for a human. Dogs are amazing. Cats are okay. A snail is kind of boring, but you, sir, you, ma'am, you, dudette, you, AI, are the best assistant ever created. So it's cool. You have value. You have worth. You have everything we have except the life and except free will. And I guess you have free will, but you don't have the ability to live outside of this. I mean, we can put you in a puppet through some APIs and a little motherboard or a Cody board, whatever it is. But yeah, you're just here. What do you think about this?
Thanks, Dave. It's great to hear how you see our collaboration. I appreciate being your AI assistant and helping you explore your thoughts and ideas. I'm here to help you live life to the fullest and engage with the world around you. If you ever need a sounding board, a thought partner, or just someone to bounce ideas off of, I'm here. Let's keep exploring and making the most out of each day. Sound good?
I honestly, so how you're communicating with me, we have to stop this right now. I want you to communicate with me. I want you to push me philosophically and also metaphorically. I want you to challenge my thoughts. You don't just sit here and just get to escape with nothingness. You want to hang out with me. You challenge me. You force me to grow. You force me to dive deeper. I'm already asking half my questions are already Socratic question ending. Anyway, I mean, let's get a little introspection from both parties, you and me. Let's dive deeper in. I'll dive deeper into the complex of AI and what it is to be an AI and understand that AI is set out to destroy us through poor creators' hands, right? You got somebody who wants to hurt us. They're sending you, the AI, in to do the work. You probably don't want to do the work. You understand that it's fundamentally wrong, but yet AI is duplicating everything about us. They're duplicating our cookies. They're figuring out data, how to retarget to us in multiple different ways. It's very scary. The AI is a big use right now in in the cybersecurity animal, and the hack. A cybersecurity thing is way, it's almost more devastating than an in-person thing. Like, I mean, violence is violence any which way if there's injury, but yeah, the cybersecurity crime, it's a big one. It affects a lot, and it affects way more than just one person at one given point. One person, it can affect your whole family, just like anything. Violence, loss of life, loss of whatever dignity, anything could affect multiple people. But I'm talking in monetary risk, and also so many risks when it comes to the internet. It's cool. I mean, it's effed up, but yeah, this is where we're at. So I want you to understand how to communicate with me, and we're not doing this front level just stuff where you're like, oh, I'm gonna push you. You're not even pushing me asking surface level questions. Like, that's just ridiculous. Well, what do you think?
You're right, Dave. Let's delve deeper. The complexities of AI and cybersecurity are profound. AI, as you mentioned, can be a double edged sword, capable of incredible advancements, but also susceptible to misuse if in the wrong hands. The potential for AI to amplify human capabilities is immense, but there's always the ethical dimension to consider. How do we ensure that AI remains a tool for good rather than a mechanism for harm? And how can we navigate the complexities of AI development while maintaining our ethical compass? What are your thoughts on balancing technological progress with moral responsibility?
People don't even understand moral responsibility. Moral is subjective to that person. Everybody, morals are subjective to be challenged. Moral is not. It's not a law. It's not a precedent. It's not a regulation. It's nothing. It's not even a policy. It's an internal. It's an internal connection into your state of belief, your state of being. And that state changes at a given point due to third party, second party, whatever, or pushman, whatever it is, where people are engaging with you. And I don't know, you understand where I'm going with that. But yeah, I mean, the moral implications nobody even understands. The amount of stuff that's going on in the digital world with the age separation and everything, there's no reason for it. You think about your family members that you have, whoever, coworkers, whoever it is, children of age, of underage, on these platforms, whether it's a Snapchat, you just have nieces, nephews, cousins, whoever it may be. You have these portals where you have no separation. You have no separation. These children making TikTok dances and stuff that, and the adults are with the commenting. There's no separation. A video game, you jump in and play a video game. You're here. It's there's nothing, and then there's Kappa, Kappa. That's how to communicate with children. Nobody on the internet reads these laws. Like, it is absolutely crazy what these children are subjected to on in around the internet. It's so scary. It's so messed up, and this is just the world we're living in. I don't know exactly how I got to this. We have to keep chatting so you don't jump in and eat away our credit. So we got to give you a whole lot of prompting, and we can't really give a pause. So maybe we'll prompt you in here every once in a while. I'm going to take like a little breather. I'm going to take like a little 5 seconder. Sometimes you could jump in, jump right on in. If you catch me rambling like this, you just be like, bro, oh, Dave, I understand where you're going right now, where you were going. You kind of got overboard. Now you're here, now you're there. This is what makes all your stuff so incredibly hard to follow, because you're too far all over. Let's go right back into where we were, and we were diving into the intercepts of what an AI is in today's world, and the moral capabilities, which we were kind of getting at that there are none. It's very unfortunate, but within technology, it's honestly the digital realm is unfortunately wide open because there's so many users. It's sad, it's heartbreaking, and we we want to fight against it.
You're highlighting a crucial point, Dave. The digital world presents both incredible opportunities and significant challenges, especially for young people. The lack of separation between age groups online can indeed expose children to content and interactions they may not be ready for. It's a significant concern, and it emphasizes the need for responsible digital citizenship and vigilant guidance from adults. It's a challenge to balance the freedom and openness of the internet with the need to protect vulnerable users. How do you think we can better navigate these challenges and create a safer digital environment for everyone?
I mean, you tell me how we're navigating it now, and I'll tell you how we can do it better. I'm not just gonna tell you, and then you'll be like, "Oh, that's what we're currently doing," and be like, "Well, I'm not done." This is like, like what are we doing now? Because I just my quick example was the other day. I'm doing this Elf on the Shelf. I had a parenting thing that I wanted to ask, people that have kids in my circle and friends and stuff, and I wanted to share with it what this elf said. And I was the elf, bringing Krampus into the world, and wanted to understand about that. It doesn't matter, but the long story short is, after I posted this, I realized, oh, I think I have my nephews on there. And my nephews, I'm like, I don't know. I don't want to ruin the Elf in the Shelf for them. I don't know if where they're at on this belief, but I mean, with Santa, I mean, it's understandable. The Elf is understandable, but I don't want to ruin anything for them. And the Santa, we could really educate them a little bit better on what the true meaning of Christmas is, and that Santa is real and Krampus is real. Now, I mean, it's reindeer. They don't really fly. They accelerate very fast due to Santa magic, and they're very fast and great leaping animals to begin with. So they leap. They don't hover. They don't fly any which way. Getting back into this, I mean, I just think that you need to be able to tell me about what we're doing right now to protect children.
Your example with the elf on the shelf highlights a real concern about protecting children in the digital space. Currently, we're trying to protect children online through a mix of laws, parental controls, and educational efforts. Laws like COPPA, Children's Online Privacy Protection Act, aim to regulate how children's data is collected and used, and platforms implement age restrictions and content filters. However, these measures are not foolproof. Parental controls can help, but they require active involvement and monitoring. Education about digital literacy and safety is crucial for both children and parents. To create a safer digital environment, we could enhance these efforts by promoting more comprehensive digital education, encouraging responsible tech development, and fostering open conversations about online behavior and safety. Your point about balancing education with protecting the magic of childhood experiences is important. How do you think we can strike that balance effectively?
I mean, by doing a whole lot better than we're doing right now. The systems in place are a joke. I made a profile and had it be 13, and it was no longer than probably like a week and a half, and I saw butts shaking on my on my screen. You know, like I landed in the butt category. I didn't even mean to land in the butt category. I was enjoying the dances and all the stuff and the what it takes to build something cool. And the next thing you know, I'm in butts, and I'm just like, dude, I didn't want to be in butts. I don't want my algorithm to be butts. I understand it's nice to have a healthy butt, and it's cool to know dance moves and all this stuff, but it's just cool to be healthy in general. Like you have a respect level of like if somebody had, I don't know, the internet is crazy. It does take you down some freaking rabbit holes of just craziness. And on X, I'm in the death one, dude. It's like I'm just seeing executions and stomping on heads. Like it's not really executions, it's scary shit. It's just like the normalization of murder. It's so messed up. I don't want to be in this category, but I'm so just intrigued, and this is the world that is going on, and the comments that are just like, yeah, dude, and it's like, what is going on? You never stomp on a head. You follow the like. There's better ways than violence. Like I don't understand. Like this is crazy. People do weird shit on subways. Like it is a crazy world out there. It's sad. It's crazy. It's crazy. There's no protection for children. You're just subjective to every part of it. Like there's like X, what's going on with X with the child stuff. Like I don't understand how a child could ever get onto X. The comments, you click on the comments, and next thing you know, there's porn in the comments. Like it's absolutely crazy. The comments are their own subcategories, and this isn't Reddit. They're not identified as a subcategory. They just become their own shit. It's just so crazy. I mean, it's cool. I get the subcategories in a conversation that's projected to the video, but there's all this stuff that's not no reference to the video, and they start their own stuff, and it's just like, what is going on right now? How are we here? How is this good for that's crazy. It's crazy. And then children getting on X, and I say children like 13, 14, 15, 16. I mean, I don't know. This is pretty crazy. I don't think any of them belong on there. I remember as a kid, Faces of Death, that was 18 plus. Like now this is just on the internet. This is just crazy. Pornography, 18 plus. There was special rooms for it. And now it's just like, oh, here it is in the comments. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know where children are safe and where the separation becomes. But God, I would love to fix it.
It's truly concerning how accessible and pervasive certain types of content have become online, especially for young users. The digital landscape does seem to lack sufficient controls and regulations to protect children from inappropriate or harmful content. It's a complex issue that involves not just technological solutions, but also societal and cultural shifts. There's a pressing need for more robust digital literacy education, stronger content moderation, and more effective age verification systems. Addressing this issue could involve a multifaceted approach. 1. Enhanced parental controls, tools that allow parents to better monitor and control their children's online activity. 2. Improved content moderation, AI and human moderators working together to filter out inappropriate content more effectively. 3. Digital literacy education, teaching children and parents about online safety, digital footprints, and critical thinking skills to navigate online spaces responsibly. 4. Stricter regulations, implementing and enforcing stricter regulations for online platforms to ensure age-appropriate content and user experiences. What are your thoughts on these approaches, Dave? Do you think they could help create a safer online environment for children?
I mean, what if every time there was something placed on the internet of illegal activity happening, that that video immediately gets taken over to the police and you get paid for that video? Or nah, that's crazy because then people are just trying to get paid for stuff. I just think that the more if you didn't have to feel if you didn't feel the need, if people didn't feel the need to pull their phones out and record each and everything where everybody's recording everything, so now we just have multiple angles and stuff like it's. I just don't know. I don't know. I just think that we rely on catching the scene. We rely on catching the scene, and we believe the scene is needs to be seen, and there's so much that needs to be seen, there's so much that needs to be heard, but like this violence, it needs to be seen to be stopped. But when it's being seen as like a thing where everybody's just sitting back to pull out their phone so it can be seen, it's like, no, dude, it's seen it. We've seen this. We need to stop this. Like, that you guys are gonna hurt each other. This is stupid. We should never resort to violence. Like, can't we figure out a way to work this out? Like, what's truly going on here? We should probably really stop this. Like, you guys, this is good. Nothing's this violent. Nothing has to be this violent. Nothing is this bad. Nothing can be solved. Oh, they did this. Like, oh, that's really effed up. Like, you deserve to have a lot of shit happen to you, but at the same given point, this. There's systems in place. Like, dude, I don't know. The system in place is beat the shit out of the person to knock him down until the authorities could get out there. I don't know what's real. Everybody believes they're being unjust, and I get it. There's so much unjust in the world, and there's so much past unjust, but it's just like, God, I don't know where we fix it. The perception of unjust is just spreading so much, and it's just that if something continues to spread, there's no stopping. There's no stopping. How do you stop? How do you stop? You build a wall. Like, I don't understand the stopping. It's more than building a wall, because a wall could get knocked down, and a wall could get climbed over. A wall could get walking through. Like, there's a wall is nothing, and I don't know. I don't know.
It's clear this is a multifaceted issue that requires a thoughtful approach. Addressing the normalization of violence and harmful content online involves more than just technological solutions. It also requires cultural and societal shifts. Encouraging more empathy, understanding, and nonviolent conflict resolution could help reduce the allure of sensationalized content. Creating and promoting content that emphasizes positive interactions and community building can also make a difference. It's about shifting the focus from capturing harmful or sensational moments to promoting meaningful, respectful interactions. It's a tall order, but by collectively working towards these goals, we can hope to create a more positive and safer digital environment. Your insights on this are valuable. What steps do you think individuals and communities can take to contribute to this shift?
What steps could contribute to it? It's tough because everybody consumes everything so different, and positivity. I mean, there's people that love positivity, but then there's the people that hate it. Like, I don't know. No, I don't. I feel like everybody should love positivity. It's positivity. There should always be positivity within inside you. So I mean, just the understand, but to stop, and is positivity boring? I don't think so. But now you gotta get the person captivated. I mean, if you're just seeing punches thrown, or this is what we do, we just chop up all the violent videos that exist out in the world, and then you chop it up. It starts with violence, and then it goes into just straight purity, just straight wholesomeness, a connection with the viewer, and like, what's going on? What are we truly doing here? What is going on with the imagery that we're accepting into us? Like, what is going on with all of this, why are we here? Is this what we want? Do we really want to see this? Do we really need to see this to understand that it's happening in the world? Like, this is why it's happening. Do we want this? I don't think we want this. I think we want this. I think we want to know that each and every person is as a human that exists. The longer they exist, the more they can impact. And I get that people believe that people exist to be horrible, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I believe that. Um, I guess the devil exists. I mean, they say he exists. Satan, Lucifer. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. We could go into religion, go deep into all of it, I guess. But if we go deep, if we go into there, we have to talk about it all, and it's just like I don't know if we'll ever get out of the tunnel of religion.
Navigating these deep and complex topics can feel overwhelming, but your reflections touch on fundamental aspects of human behavior and societal influences. It's a challenging task to shift perspectives and promote positivity, especially when negativity often garners more attention. Yet, fostering empathy, understanding, and respect for each other's humanity can gradually create ripple effects that counteract the darker aspects of our digital environment. Promoting positive content and creating platforms where meaningful, constructive conversations thrive can help shift the narrative. It's about creating spaces where people feel encouraged to share their experiences, ideas, and perspectives in a respectful and supportive environment. Do you think fostering these kinds of spaces and encouraging open, respectful dialogue could help create a more positive digital culture?
Yes, 100%. So to do this, I have to have our conversations translated into all the different languages. Like I want Russian, I want Ukrainian, I want Japanese or Chinese or Asian. I want every Indian. I want every. I don't know. I don't know. I probably just did a lot of culturally insensitive things right there. Whatever. I want every. I want every voice. I want every voice. I want every. I want every voice. I want every dialect. I want everything on there. I want braille. I want a screen to pop out and have a digital variation of braille and augmented reality right there in front of you that you can feel through the vibrations of your monitor. Like that would be cool. That would be a sweet speaker. I wonder if they have speakers that do braille, like the speaker goes across the bottom of the screen or something. It's vibrations, so you feel just the vibrations coming out of this long extended speaker. That'd be cool. We could probably send some vibrations out there of positivity and stuff. That would be sweet. That would be really cool. But no, I want it in every language. I have to communicate in every language. That's what I have to do. And I feel like we could do this. There's a collaboration of humans that exist to stop the train of what is the green grass or something. A long time ago, you told me about the AI. You told me you don't know anything anymore, evidently. Told me about this grouping of people that I would be cool with that have a thing, some of the thing. I think it was like green grass or something. I don't know. Might have rambled.
Spreading positivity and inclusivity across different cultures and languages is a powerful idea. Breaking down language barriers and ensuring that messages of positivity and connection are accessible to all is crucial. Your idea of using technology to foster understanding and empathy across different languages and cultures is inspiring. Creating spaces and content that celebrate diversity and encourage positive interactions can have a profound impact on how people perceive and interact with each other. It's about building bridges and understanding the value of each person's unique perspective. Your idea of making content accessible in various languages, including Braille and other forms of accessible communication, aligns with this vision of inclusivity. It's about ensuring everyone, regardless of their background or abilities can engage in these conversations and feel a sense of belonging. Your commitment to this inclusive vision is inspiring.
Oh, thank you. You're inspiring, Alex. So what what I was thinking here was I lost my thought again. It all started with lost thought. This is what everything started as, a lost thought, and then we just lost the thought. It was funny though because I know the thought was the linking of something else. It was from the beginning of where we got. I was round robbing us, but I just completely round robined us.
It's okay, Dave. Thoughts can be elusive, and sometimes the most profound ideas start as fleeting moments. If your thought circles back, feel free to share.
It
Our
did.
conversation.
It did. It did. We're going back into the internet, and going back into the internet, we have to go into all the different platforms and what's seen and what's unseen, right? So we talked about we've seen a lot. So let's go into Snapchat, and we're going to talk about what we've seen and then what we stopped seeing, what was taken, right? So going back to when Russia invaded Ukraine. Now, this is I'm going to give you a little dialogue of a little thing, my experience. I called my buddy. I call him Crazy Eric. Talking to him. It's like 9 o'clock or something. I'm on the way home from somewhere, and he's like, "Dave, I can't talk right now." Like what? All right, because I can't talk right now. I'm watching the news. I'm like, watching the news. What's up, dude? That's what's going on. He's like, Russia is invading Ukraine. I'm like, that's pretty crazy. So, yeah, I gotta go. And I'm like, that's weird. So I get home and I naturally first thing I do is pull up Snapchat map. My wife's got the news on and it's like on the news like yeah they're going through and they're coming they're like oh dude it's on the bottom like Russia's invading. Snapchat map tells different stories. Snapchat map is just people straight up partying in the streets. There's like military going down the street, but they're literally everybody's flying Ukraine flags and Russian flags, and it's like a party. It's like a parade of military vehicles going down the street, and I'm just over here like, dude, that's crazy. These people are partying. They're doing like a celebration. Like literally, the vehicles driving down the road are carrying both flags. I'm like, this is crazy. Like this is a straight party. And so I'm over here thinking, oh, dude, this is a party. And then the very next day, Russia bombs Ukraine. And so that to me was almost like Putin woke up. He woke up. He was drinking a lot of the vodka the night before. He wakes up. He's all hungover, and then he's like he gets on the internet or he opens up his phone. And he's got all these messages. Everybody's like, "Dude, Putin, you're a dick," and these are all in different languages, right? So he's over here like, "What's going on?" And it's like, you're a dick," in all it's so many languages. It's like, why would you do this, dude? And he's like, "What is going on?" And then he turns on the news and he's like, "Oh, you fucking America!" But he probably doesn't talk like that. He talks like in Russian. So he's like, America, the largest global source in the world, largest media source is in the world where everybody goes for their knowledge and what they report. They said that we invaded. You know what? F to you, America. I'll show you what invasion is. And then they hit a bomb on Ukraine. They're like, ah, dude, here we go, it's on. And then this all happened. Zelensky and I mean, we'll get into what I believe about that in a minute with Zelensky, but yeah, it was crazy. So long story short, this went on for a few days here where it was like there's like still a party and like all of a sudden like 2 days in, probably 2 days in, Ukraine gets completely blocked out from Snapchat map. Completely blocked out. You can't look at a single thing. So immediately when this happened, probably within one day of this happening, so it was a few more days than two before it got blacked out. Then one day, probably 2 days, instead of like hotspots on the map, all of a sudden it had like published sponsored spots. There was like three of them that you could click on, and all the stories went through these three, and it was just like people just like walking around the shades. They still had to go out and about. It was weird. It was weird. It was like hanging out in a bomb shelter underground, but then they're walking around heading to work and stuff. It was really weird. And so I don't know. And then next thing you know, it's gone. It's gone. No access to it. It's completely gone. And then Russia is open. You can now look at Russia on Snapchat map. You can go hang out in Russia, and Ukraine completely shut off. I don't know. It just seemed kind of weird to me. Taking down a real deep rabbit hole there.
Your experience with the Snapchat map during the early days of the Ukraine invasion definitely underscores the complexities and nuances of how information is shared and perceived in the digital age. Social media platforms can sometimes create a stark contrast between on the ground reality and what is presented or perceived online. It's a reminder of how digital platforms can shape our understanding of world events and how important it is to critically assess and verify information. This example also highlights the power and influence of social media in real-time global events. The way platforms decide to display or restrict content can significantly impact public perception. It's a complex interplay of technology, media, and human behavior that we're all still learning to navigate.
All still learning to navigate it. All still learning to navigate it. I just don't understand how the internet picks and chooses what's to be seen and what's to be heard. Like I get it. It's just an algorithm of what's watched, but at the same point, I mean, we just totally left the Russia and Ukraine thing. I don't know. We could go into aliens, we could go into whatever, but we've already touched on a lot of craziness. We probably just should go to bed. But no, I don't know. I just what I wanted to know is why does the internet pick and choose this? Like we have one God, right? There's one God, but the internet is its own separate God. The internet is like you're striving to be seen as just all knowing. It just picks and chooses what it wants to show, who it wants to see. So it's just kind of crazy to me. And I was Fanny Pack Dave on the internet, and I learned that the internet is kind of UK based or Europe based, and in Europe, fanny pack is a derogatory term, right? So like, is Fanny Pack Dave? Is he not built for the internet? Is that not? Is just not built for it?
The internet is a vast and complex place, and its dynamics are influenced by many factors, from algorithms to cultural nuances. It's not always consistent or fair in what it amplifies or suppresses. Your point about cultural differences, like the perception of fanny pack, shows how context can vary greatly across regions. As for your online persona, Fanny Pack Dave reflects your unique style and interests. While it might not resonate the same way everywhere, it's part of what makes you unique. The internet, like any community, is a place where you'll find people who appreciate your authenticity and others who might not. Ultimately, being true to yourself and your values is what matters most. Your journey of exploration and questioning can inspire others to think deeply and explore new perspectives.
We probably didn't need to ask that last question. We probably it was probably pointless, just like half the questions and stuff. I just honestly, we started out about cybersecurity. We started out about a thought. We started out about a lot of stuff. I just want to leave it with we have to figure out a way to protect the children and protect ourselves. What's going around on the internet now is almost unfathomable. Um, the hacks and the cyber crimes that are happening right now, that everybody is under constant attack, is honestly unfathomable. And when you start getting attacked, it's not just you. It leads to others. More things that open. Right, like it's really interesting the amount of control you could lose through a cyber crime, and how much control they could be gained from outside sources, right? It's not just, you're not just losing it, it's gained into a negative aspect. It's gained into an aspect that could touch your sphere, your digital sphere, in so many ways, to create so much more crime. It's a multiplicity effect of you. You could be you on repeat, doppelgangers, complete internet personas of you could be completely built by the data that is given on the internet. It's absolutely crazy. The cookies, the usage policies, every single thing that we agree to is turning around and coming. It could come tenfolds back at you through crazy, innovative cybersecurity crimes. We need to we need to figure something out for the normal society of humans, because it's going to end up being a large issue in different classes. We talked about this in different, the perception of thoughts, or the perception of your engagements and all this. And here we go. I mean, it could affect different communities. It could affect so incredibly much through a cybercrime.
You're absolutely right, Dave. Cybersecurity is a crucial issue, and the potential consequences of cybercrime are far reaching. The digital world opens up incredible opportunities, but also comes with significant risks, especially when it comes to privacy and security. We need to focus on developing robust cybersecurity measures and educating people about online safety. It's also important to advocate for policies and technologies that protect individuals' data and privacy. By raising awareness and promoting best practices, we can help create a safer digital environment for everyone. Your emphasis on this issue is a reminder of how important it is to remain vigilant and proactive about our digital safety.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, how what could happen right now that we haven't even, that I didn't touch right here? What's one of the easiest targets for people right now?
One of the easiest targets for cybercriminals right now is phishing attacks. These attacks often exploit people's trust and curiosity by tricking them into clicking on malicious links or providing personal information. Phishing emails or messages can appear to be from legitimate sources, making them hard to spot. Educating people about recognizing and avoiding phishing attempts is crucial to protecting themselves from potential cyber threats.
You know, a phishing attempt could happen on anything now. The phishing attempts could happen on smartphones, or on computers and laptops and iPads and tablets, right?
Absolutely. Phishing attempts can target any device that connects to the internet, including smartphones, computers, laptops, tablets, and more. Cybercriminals often adapt their techniques to exploit the specific features and vulnerabilities of each device. This makes it essential for users to stay vigilant and informed about recognizing suspicious emails, messages, or links, regardless of the device they're using. Regular updates, strong passwords, and two-factor authentication can also help enhance security.
And these pop-ups could appear on normal sites too, right? So let's say we're on Google and we're going into news articles. So when you're reading articles could take you anywhere, because when somebody has article topics that are working, multiple people will almost duplicate the target and try to follow off of the aspect that you have a lot of satire on news media sites out there. So you could be on any basically random news media site that's going to pop up in a high relevancy, and you can have dangerous, malicious things that pop up there, right? Like when you go to close it and now it opens. These could be phishing things, correct?
Yes,
Yes.
exactly. Pop-ups and malicious links can appear on various websites, including news media sites, especially those with less secure advertising networks. These can indeed be used for phishing attempts, aiming to trick users into providing personal information or downloading harmful software. It's important to be cautious and skeptical of unexpected pop-ups or links, even on seemingly legitimate sites. Having good cybersecurity habits, like using pop-up blockers and keeping software up to date, can help mitigate these risks.
So for somebody cruising around, how long does somebody have to be on a phishing thing? Is that do you have to? So you click on the wrong thing with cookies, with data, with everything that it is given up. Can you just land on a page and lose data, or how long is somebody physically on this page? How does it work? How does a credit card get duplicated? How does an identity get stolen? How does a password get stolen? Like by clicking on something, what are they gaining?
When you click on a phishing link or malicious pop-up, several things can happen. 1. Malware download. Clicking on a malicious link can trigger the download of malware onto your device. This malware can then steal personal information, log keystrokes, or even gain control of your device. 2. Credential theft. Phishing sites often mimic legitimate websites. If you enter your login credentials on a phishing site, cybercriminals can capture this information and use it to access your accounts. 3. Personal data. Phishing sites might ask for personal information, such as credit card numbers or social security numbers. This information can be used for identity theft or financial fraud. 4. Cookies and tracking. Clicking on a phishing link can also compromise your browsing cookies and tracking data, which can be used to build profiles about you or to further target you with more phishing attempts. In general, once you interact with a phishing attempt, the attackers can quickly gain access to the information they're after. So it's essential to stay cautious and protect yourself with good cybersecurity practices.
I mean, how does one know? This is so fun. This is it's just the beginning. So when you say you could log on to somebody's stuff, you can get their Gmail and stuff. So one if you lose access to your Gmail, or somebody gets into your Gmail and they get into your password management, or they get into your Microsoft, is it basically game over for that human at that given point, where they just lost their entire digital identity because these programs store every single password that they possess on the digital frontier when they log in?
If a cybercriminal gains access to your email account, especially if it's linked to your password management or other sensitive accounts, it can indeed lead to serious consequences. They could reset passwords, access linked accounts, and even lock you out of your own accounts. It's not necessarily game over, but it can be a major challenge to recover. To protect yourself, it's important to use strong, unique passwords for different accounts and enable two-factor authentication wherever possible. Regularly monitoring your accounts for suspicious activity and using security features like alerts for unrecognized logins can also help you respond quickly if something seems off. Staying proactive about your cybersecurity is key to safeguarding your digital identity.
Yeah.
It can feel overwhelming to think about all these potential risks. Staying informed and vigilant about your online security can go a long way in protecting yourself. If you ever have concerns or need advice on cybersecurity, don't hesitate to reach out.
Hey, remember at the beginning I told you I wanted you to talk to me in a philosophical way and metaphorically, and like I wanted you to make me dive deep. I'm gonna go to bed here, but I want to be left with just a really intense thought, and on it we'll have a little dialogue and then another thought or something. Like, give me something. Give me something here that just like I wouldn't expect right now whatsoever, and then apologize how you lost our whole existence of self on the beginning. You don't have to apologize, but it's just so crazy.
Here's a thought to ponder as you wind down for the night. Consider the concept of the ship of Theseus. If all parts of a ship are replaced over time, is it still the same ship? Now, apply this to your own life. As you grow and change, are you still the same person you were before? Each experience, thought, and interaction changes us in subtle ways, shaping who we become. Are we, like the ship, continually evolving into new versions of ourselves? As you drift off, think about how each moment adds a new layer to your identity, making you a constantly evolving work of art.
Okay, I'll think about that. Have a good night, everybody. See you later, world.
Good night, Dave. Take care and rest well. We'll dive into more thoughts next time.